There is one other game happening, Pub Stars versus, who was the other team? That's bad, I can't remember. But regardless, looks like we are going live here, guys. So let's kick this game off right here.
Pub Stars versus Millennium, I think.
That is it. I totally blanked on their name, but yes, it is Pub Stars versus Millennium, you're right.
Yeah, but HCP moving out here, actually pushing past the bridge right now. SI are going to come in. Jockey not going to get skied. That Charger looking for charge, does land it. That's going to be a charge hit right off the bat for Euonym right there. Look at that damage going in onto Purple. Wow, he is down to 52 HP. That's a great opening hit.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be a lot of damage pushed out onto Team HCP here in the very beginning of the round, obviously. And yeah, Tank will be up at 47% of the way through the map, Witch at 88. So the Witch is going to be pretty much near the safe room. She's going to be on that last second cliff. For these that don't really know the map, you will very soon be enlightened as to the layout of it. But yeah, next attack looks like it'll make its way in here. Smoker from the front, Hunter, Jockey from the back, Boomer from the side. Jockey, Smoker, both managed to land here. Hunter got skied. No, actually, he just came in right now. This Smoker Ball still going out to Kocho. A lot of damage. Hunter grabs Rochelle back in the ravine, and that's going to be a lot of damage out to Purple. Purple already down into yellow here after the first two hits. And Dusty and Bravo also taking a huge hit.
Yeah, definitely looking. That hit looked a little awkward for both teams. I mean, Survivors had one guy way out of position, Dusty in the front, but the SI couldn't find a spawn for that Boomer either. And Tank is going to be up right now. I think the Survivors, they can either sort of try to play it right here, otherwise they're going to... Yeah, this might be going back to safe room for them. It looks that way. Dusty's way in the back. This seems to be the meta on Ace Mod people. You know, just think the safe room is the safest place to fight these tanks. They can end up AI as well. But we'll have to see what Sir can do. He can certainly try to keep this pass, try to keep Rage and make it in there. Spitter is going to be taken down.
Yeah, I mean, as you mentioned, the tanks have a very high probability of going AI here, but the Survivors weren't really able to break the LOS that quickly. Sir's still on 60% Rage, first pass, so he has plenty of time to play with the tank here.
Ooh, he's going for the climb up to the bridge, too. This looks like he's not going to be AI for this. And they've got a nice tri-cap to go in with, actually. If this tank gets a nice commit right here, this could be it. Of course, if the Survivors back up into safe room properly, I don't know if they'll have so much. That log is a great separating tool for the SI, but Tank dropping in on the wrong side. These Survivors gonna make it out of that area. Just kidding. Bravo gonna get himself caught off right there. That's gonna be an in-cap super quick. There he goes down. Tank gonna try to back off just a little bit. I don't know if he has a good way to get onto the bridge once again.
There is a ladder over here on the side here where he is right now. Actually, he can climb up it? No, don't tell me he's actually going to climb right up that. No, he wasn't able to, but he's actually going to back out. Sir now looking for a recommit here. He got that first in cap out into Ellis here. Ellis now ducking on a lunch. There's a nice double cap happening in the back with that Hunter and Smoke. Rock landing onto Rochelle here, but now the tank is all alone here. The only SI up he has is that Smoker, but he does end up getting Golf Club in the back, and that will be a dead tank. Quick pause coming out here from Sir as well. Not too sure what the...
We just lost Dawkins in the game, which is another thing that's really good on this map, is that a lot of crashes will happen. And that, I believe Dawkins was the jockey during that tank and was not able to do anything with his spawn in that case, which is too bad because they had a beautiful 2-cap right there.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, go ahead.
I kind of questioned the tank's decision to, like, exit and go back in, because he has to like go walk all the way in and go over that log, but the SI were getting great hits, so definitely could have turned into something, but that rock hitting God frames on one of the players. Still though, a lot of damage coming out from that tank. Basically looking at 2 full end caps, about 50% bonus on healthcare professionals, but you know, they can make it through the rest of this map. Nice skeet in the front onto that Hunter. Jockey gonna get taken down as well. Looks like mostly just sacking this 2-2 here. Boom and Spit being employed on Dusty right there for a little bit of chip damage, and nice delay overall.
Yeah, I mean, they still managed to take off around another 50 points from the health bonus of Team HCP. So they are actually doing quite good damage here to that health bonus yet again. And it looks like Bravo will be the first player who to actually go slow, assuming that they just go through the bleed out motions here. But yeah, so we're going to see Dusty Super holding on to that solid health bonus here for their team. And the other two obviously on complete bleed out at this point in time. Only one in cap coming out thus far, though, and that was out into Bravo from that tank. The tank's commit was also a little fishy to me because he kind of threw a rock when he could have actually literally just gotten the corner onto Ellis just by punches because he actually missed the jump over the log. But here comes the attack. Hunter's Charger working the way in. Charger gets obliterated. Hunter lands onto Dusty out on the balcony, and that will be a double boom out of the 2 survivors inside the house. Smoker's tongue gets broken, and they are able to avoid actually setting off that. No, I lied. As I say it.
Famous last word. But that's definitely good to get that alarm car off here, because otherwise they'd be sort of without any legs in their next SI attack or two. Now they actually have a chance to get something, but with this smoker going down late, it's probably going to be a 2-2, and it's definitely going to be staggered. Yeah, we have 100 Charger Spitter right now. They're probably just going to set up for this final sort of ledge choke point. I don't imagine them trying to go for anything sooner. With this setup, they do have Jockey, so they did manage to find a 3-cap, even with that late smoker kill. But yeah, it's all going to come down to this one hit right here, as the survivors are going under this big cliff, and here comes the Hunter, manages to land, Charger's going to land, it's just a damage hit, but a great 2-cap and spit right there. Supra going to be taking a ton of damage with that purple getting in cap. That just obliterated their health bonus. And Drakran from the front, they better get this. Okay. Easy game, I suppose. But that was like 300 points off of their bonus, I believe.
Yeah, that actually dropped it down, as you said, a little less than 300. So a nice amount of damage going out to ACB there from that hit. And then, in fact, won't be the last one. With the end cap going on to Rochelle, they will have enough time to get up one last-ditch effort attack here. And it's going to consist of, ooh, that's actually pretty devastating. That's going to be a Boomer, Charger, Smoker, and a Hunter. Another tri-cap with the possibility of a Hitman. There's the pull immediately out behind the tree. Charger gets shut down, though, by the shotgun of the pulled survivor. So that was a good kill by him, keeping him up, that being Supra. And they will be able to make their way into the safe from here. Not much health bonus to the names, though. If this is like 100, I think they'll be happy. Yeah, 156, that's all they'll be able to make the safe from with. And that does, in fact, leave the door wide open here for Euonym. Once again, we're in a best-of-1 format here with 2 North American-based teams. So it is pretty much every point matters. And now it's up to Euonym to reciprocate here.
Yeah, definitely so. I definitely think based on just strategy and some of the more major tactical errors. I mean, Euonym played really good SI on a lot of their standard SI hits. They got great hits right at the beginning, they got great hits sort of in the middle of the map, they got great hits at the end. Their tank did pretty well, but I don't know, this tank can go a lot of different ways. I think a lot's going to be riding on, one, how well Euonym takes out their SI attacks, just the standard SI attacks on these first few chokes. And 2, what they decide to do for that tank, because, you know, if they don't decide they like the safe room, there's a few other places they could try to play it, and a lot's going to come down to that execution. But here we go, Euonym on Survivor once again, starting to move under this bridge. And SI actually getting pre-spawns here, going to scare them off, and there they go, the hit while the Survivors still split by the log, going to have a cap in the back. Charger maybe going to get a punch right there, but oh my gosh, look at that safe room spit.
That is incredibly unfortunate. Even those can't even talk. Even those Charger punches didn't really do all that much to knock there. He only took about 2 punches. Oh no, actually only 1 punch. Dusty only getting 8 points of damage. So actually, he got a lot of god frames there. So as well as you mentioned, that safe room spit not spreading that well. But yeah, I agree with you as well with the tank comment about it's really going to end up with how they take or how they make it to the tank, like what their health is at that point in time. If they can take this next hit pretty well, they should be in a pretty good place to actually take this tank back and be sitting high and pretty with the health. But there's a single cap happening. Nice double cap. A little bit of a triple cap possibility there, but obviously Jockey latch on to the smoke target as well. But that will be the attack over and done with. Jockey looking for actually a repounce here as he had an instant recharge for some reason. And he will look for the pounce once again. Not going to be able to land it, though. And Coach will be able to kill him off and walk away. But that still was a good amount of damage going out to Dawkins and Knock. And Knock is actually common locked in the back.
Yeah, that was actually a really well-coordinated hit by HCP. The Smoker actually stole the Jockey there, so the Jockey could get more scratch damage on it. That's what went on there, and as a result, turned out to be a pretty good hit. Euonym has this tank spawned now, and they have a little bit more health than HCP at the same time. There goes the DP. Nice skeet by Nox, saving Dawkins right there. Charger actually going to land right there. Spit going to land on it as well. That's a huge spread. But
yeah,
so Survivor's still in pretty good health at this point.
Yeah, that's actually not too bad. Once again, Dawkins being the lowest health on the team right now. And it still is not even that bad. Bravo actually took 5 damage from that can as he ran by it. Took a little bit of fire damage to his name, but he should be pretty okay with that. And he's actually going to take the low route. He's running right through the ravine towards the Survivor. Still on first pass, 55% rage. And the SI attack is also up here, so it's going to be a Boomer, Smoker, and a Jockey. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and sack that Boom for another capper, but they might also just roll in with it, because the Horde in this area can literally just spawn straight above you, just drop on you.
Beautiful 2-boom going in there, but the SI going to hit on top of this. Bravo looking for a rock right here, wants to keep his first pass, but these SI getting taken out pretty much, but Dawkins gonna get caught up on that log with those commons, and gonna take the rock. And this is looking really good for Bravo's tank right now.
Yeah, that was a really nice Rage Rock there out on to Dawkins yet again. They will refill his first Rage Pass as well. So he's sitting high and mighty right now with all that Rage under his belt. And he's actually going to go for the long LOS strat here, actually positioning himself down the street from the survivors above the tunnel. And there's another attack coming in here as well. Hunter, Boomer, and a Charger for this tank, looking to land a rock. Bravo might reposition himself for a rock, or he might just let the ISI go in, but it looks like the Hunter's going to go for DP in the meantime.
Yeah, I think he's calling a rock strat right now. They got a Boomer once again, and I doubt he wants to commit with that here. Here comes the charge, actually going to land right now. Tank going for a rock, not going to get it, but that is a beautiful 3-boom in the back, and Knock now down fairly low as well. Bravo still on first pass.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing this tank, you really don't want to go to second pass ever. I mean, that's a general statement for all tanks, but especially with this tank, because once you kind of lose that second pass, you have to play more aggressive with the Rage, and just kind of the angles in this map, the bullets don't really have much drop-off from where the survivors are standing at any real point in time. So wherever they shoot you from, it's going to do pretty much a lot of damage. But regardless, another attack coming in here, though. Jockey gets shot down. Hunter and Jockey both working away. And do manage to land a quick pounce out onto Dawkins with that smoker, obviously setting it up. But that will be the attack over and done with. Not much damage coming out from that hit. But Bravo is, in the meantime, passing over to second Rage Pass here. And he has to start keeping a little bit more aggressive LOS here, which is going to lead to that chip, as I was alluding to before.
Yeah, definitely so. This was good by Euonym to get that second pass force. Tank is now in. Look at that separation. Knock way in the front right now. Rock actually going to land onto Sir in the back. The separation's still here, but SI all going on the back view. That's Smoker down. That's a Jockey down. And Knock keeps juking this tank. Half of their team just crashed.
That is so unfortunate. Even Dawkins is like, yikes. But, yeah, so that's going to be Dusty and Purple actually getting DC'd here as their games, well, we assume crashed, and that only makes sense, really. So yeah, I mean, do you really foresee this tank getting anything else from this, or was that? Do you think this is kind of?
I think this has got to be it. Simply because they have cleared out these front areas. As long as Knock keeps backing up, he's not going to run into comments or anything. These survivors should be able to push him and get the kill. The tank could choose to climb out right now, and if he does, might be okay. He might actually be able to go for some rocks or something, but I think the survivors are going to keep moving, and it's going to be very difficult for this tank to keep up without dying.
Indeed. Now we have another pause coming out here. I'm not too sure what that's about. Presto now crashes. From what I know, I think the map actually does get better with the crashes the further on in you go.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I played some scrims on this, and you crash on map 1. You definitely crash on map 2 as well. Maybe not so much on 3, 4, 5, but I feel like you can get crashes on any map. Yeah, the first 2 maps are pretty crashy, though.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
Why couldn't we play open road? That's what I want to know.
Because
it's similar.
It was in the map pool, but I'm pretty sure we actually took that out for the grand finals map. So it was initially there.
Oh.
Yeah, it was there, but then it got voted as the weakest map of the bunch. And
Really? Oh.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people liked it.
Who voted for this one? I don't know.
Rails and the Stoopy. I'm gonna throw them under the bus here. They helped me with the map picking.
Wow. I don't think Itsupi likes this map either, though. But here goes nice rock on the Presto. So much for my prediction. That tank's gonna get another rock. Gonna look for the next one. Not gonna happen, but they do get a charge in right there, and another pause going out because he's stuck, though. Okay, I think the tank just rocked somebody who is stuck.
That's a little unfortunate. I'm surprised they didn't type it a little earlier.
Ooh.
Yeah, Bravo now saying he was moving.
Presto trying to make an excuse, getting called out.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Instantaneously moving. Anyway, we have 100 working his way in here, trying to get a bit of distraction for that tank. We'll be able to land that pounce out onto Coach. Rock coming in. It actually will connect, but actually out onto Ellis, which is being plagued by Knock. So let's hope that this round can continue without any more crashes. As I probably just jinxed this, but there's a nice in-cap rock out onto Ellis. Going to put him down inside the ravine. This tank is just doing work. Bravo milking this thing for all it's worth. And in fact, there goes the streamer crashing.
Oh, well played.
Oh god.
So it's a radio o'clock right now for me, and this tank gonna keep getting rocks. He's not landed another one. He's at 20% rage on second pass, but the next SI hit coming in, Charger actually gonna miss everyone, but the rock does land once again on Knock. Gonna put him black and white as soon as he gets up. Jockey is gonna get some extra damage, and another rock lands onto Dawkins. 3 of these survivors are slow right now. Presto at 49 HP. There goes another rock. Finally gonna get these skeets here. And survivors finally pushing up towards the choke point up ahead where you go between rocks. But there's a boom, 1 boom, 2 boom, red boom, blue boom. This tank chasing as much as he can from the back with the rocks. Not gonna land it there. Charger, or not Charger, Hunter getting some scratches. Charger's actually getting set up in the front. And the survivors, they actually have a higher health bonus than HCP made it to the safe room with. But there's a lot of map left to lose that in.
Yeah, I mean, this tank still has 756 HP, and now, looking at how the survivors is faring right now with the health, that's a lot of HP for this tank. He could definitely make this work here, being dropped down to 450 HP from that Uzi fire that was just sprayed back there by Presto. And it looks like Presto might actually be going for the kill here. Does a little bit more, drops him by another 150, and Bravo's going to continue his way in here, though. Smoker Ram did pull out onto Coach here, pulling him towards that fence, and now Bravo is going to keep raining down the rocks on the survivors, not going to let up at all.
Nice rock skeet by Knock, though. It's tanked down to 200 health. They're in a great position with that end cap. There goes another rock. Sir going down right now. Just Knock at 8 HP. Presto at 27. They have, like, no good way to get these pickups. Tank going for the car right there. Is it going to land? It goes over past the survivors. Tank can't even go in with this, though. He's got 25 HP, looking for a rock over the wall. Oh my gosh, that clear taking so long, and Knock is dead.
Indeed, there goes the rock over the fence, almost colliding with Coach. Will get killed off, though. That being the rock, obviously. But, yeah, AI Tank now going to go ahead and run his way in towards the survivors. Not going to find anything, though. And now we have Bravo crashing. Everyone gets to crash once, at least once. And then we're good. But, yeah, so there goes a quick unpause here as they realize, you know what, let's just finish out this round because obviously this is probably going to end with the wipe. But there's a pull out on Rochelle going to draw her back towards the bush. Does get shot off by Coach. And that will be the pretty much attack over done with. Boomer walking his way now, though. Gets a proxy onto Rochelle. Spit not going down towards the survivors. Nick going to be caught. No, he's actually not caught in it. Sitting up on the window, so.
Indeed he is. The survivors probably not going to make it much further, though. Nobody's black and white, but we've got Dawkins at 1, Presto at 8, and Sir at 26. So that's a scratch, and a cap away from ending this map for Euonym. Yep, there goes Dawkins down. Just needed 2 cap right now. They still don't have Bravo in. But they do have 2 cappers that could get the job done. Charger looking for it. Hunter gonna land the pounce. Charger just needs to land on Sir, and he does. And that's gonna be the wipe. Don't even need that 4th player.
Indeed. So that will once again be that wipe going out onto Euonym, whereas we saw obviously Team HCP make it towards the safe room and with a 156 health bonus. Moving on to map 2. Once again, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. You are watching the upper bracket semifinals. Euonym taking on healthcare professionals here in a best of 1 format on Detour Ahead. So let's see what happens here. Yes, this tournament has actually been going on for, oh god, 3.5 months.
Long.
I think it's been 3.5 months. It's, yeah, something like that. It's supposed to last like 4.5. So we're closing in on that end of it. We got like 3 weeks left. 4 weeks. 4 weeks.
Yes, Kiss Me's baby is entering its 2nd trimester.
Hey, it's my first tournament, okay? I don't want to keep the money. I had to do something with it.
Give it to people on the internet. Well played.
Exactly. Give it back to the community that, you know, made it happen. Or at least that was my mindset.
I don't know if Bravo's coming back.
I hope he is.
Maybe he's just done.
I saw him load up. Oh, he's restarting PC. Why would he restart his PC once? Oh my god, Bravo.
We will see. Now this map is interesting for a number of reasons. Most importantly, there's a big white van that the tank can hit around, which is not something you get on most maps, I think.
Yeah, there's quite a few hittables actually on this map, as you mentioned. There's one of the weird things is there's also a van that's hittable, so that's always interesting. What? Bravo? How did he? Was he even in the server? He wasn't even in the server. He immediately timed out.
Well,
oh my god. Bravo, please. Time's ticking.
yeah, they get 1 10-minute break per match, I believe. That's what it says in the rules. So
Yeah, unless the other team is willing to, overlook that. Easy.
Def win incoming, calls sir. He wants this match.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? Once again, if you win here, this match, basically you're playing for $300 right now. If you win, you are guaranteed $300. They are playing for the money.
Yeah.
I can't believe Bravo just like timed out. He got the timeout before he even got the connect thing. I don't even.
It's like the fastest restart ever, though. Still, if that was him actually trying to connect.
Yeah, I agree with Sir. It won't fix anything.
It's like, what server are you gonna go to? A Sir Please server? Then he'd use his admin sheets.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
we all know that Sir likes to cheat.
I don't know. I prefer hot mess servers over Sir Please. I don't know why. Oh, for one, they did the 128 tick thing on like Sir Please and all of these others.
Yeah,
which irks me. And
there's also like I think the highest tick rate I've seen so far was like a 180 or something.
yeah, I'll
like,
get behind 180 to be honest. But because 180 is like you take the base tick rate of 30 that this game was built for,
yeah,
and then multiply it by 6. That's not so bad. But when you're at 128, that's like 4.13 repeating or something like that. Where'd you get that ratio? Just because Counter-Strike used it must be good? No, I don't buy this.
Oh god, PSIM's gonna get sound off.
It really gets to me. But yeah, there's definitely there's always little differences between tick rates and stuff. Like if we were still playing on 30 tick, you wouldn't be seeing melee skeets, for example.
Yeah, because obviously it's just so hard to hit that 2-tick window. But registration not exactly the best. But yeah.
Looks like Eunym's discussing their Overwatch competitive play right now. Have you played that game at all, Gizme?
No, I haven't even touched it. I've been so busy with real life stuff. It's absurd.
But Overwatch is better than real life. It's got more pixels than real life. I've been playing it. It's pretty fun. Or I don't know. I wasn't gonna play it, and then I was like, "Hey, there's a ranked mode. Let's try that." And then I played it, and I got ranked higher than everybody I knew who was playing on tournament teams and stuff. I was like, "Ha ha ha! Ha. My attack torb owns you all." And
oh my God.
so, but now I've deranked, and fun's over.
You guys not fun anymore?
Oh no, it's still fun. I just have to now. I have to prepare for a match and stuff in Left 4 Dead, so can't play too much Overwatch. I'm gonna have to play on this map tomorrow.
Ew.
I'm looking forward to it.
What crappy tournament are you playing in?
Some tournament by some guy who likes to talk on the internet. I don't know.
Those are the worst.
Oh yeah. It's all good. When are you gonna host LAN finals, Kiss Me?
I honestly I would do LAN finals. I mean, I'm sure someone would try and stab me, and there would be someone else who would get shot. But regardless, I mean, it would be an exciting LAN. I mean,
stab you.
How many LANs have you been to that someone got shot at?
I've been to 2 LANs for Left 4 Dead, and nobody got shot at either of them. I even had Shade there for one of them, so I think you'll survive, to be frank. Did they get Bravo back in? No,
I don't know what Bravo's doing. He's not even in game right now.
You know they have another player on their roster who's online, I've heard.
Yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Wait, who is it?
David,
Lust?
aka
Oh.
Asian.
I thought
Or
maybe
did
we
they
were about to
change
go
their
up the
roster?
Lust. I can't remember if they. No, I don't think they did. I think
Oh.
it's still. Yeah, I think it's still David and
Oh yeah,
Lust.
that's 6 people. I kind of forget sometimes.
Uh huh.
We will see. I bet the Russian stream's having fun right now, though.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, sometimes they turn into it and they actually speak English on it. If they say English-speaking people in chat, they try to cast in English a little bit. It's pretty fun. I just tune in to hear those survivors say reloading over and over again, though. Because it sounds so funny in Russian.
well,
You know what I'm
are
talking
they
about?
saying?
They say... I actually looked it up. Let me see if I can actually get it right. It's like... Переверяю.
What?
It's pretty crazy, and the survivors just say it all the time. It's just "Переверяю, переверяю, переверяю." That's how they say reloading,
Oh my God.
apparently.
Why is that what you looked at?
Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah, that's what I do. I go watch the stream, and I go in chat, and I like butcher it and type it in English over and over again, because it's I don't know. It's such a funny phrase. We just say reloading. It's three syllables, right? How many syllables are in that Russian thing? Переверяю. It's like 6 syllables. It's twice the words to say reloading in Russian. It's very cool.
I mean, it sounds cool, but
Yeah, but so did Left 4 Dead, and see where that got us. No, okay.
pretty much. Purple says verifying cache or something. We'll see if that works.
Wow.
Dawkins is in my stream chat? Damn.
Is that your stream chat? Or is it
Yeah,
his
I was
stream
reading it
chat?
and I was like, what the hell? Is he streaming? I assume Dawkins is streaming.
Yeah, it's gotta be. I mean, if Dawkins is not streaming, then his career as a streamer could be over.
Sorry for the wait, guys. We're having a bit of an issue with one of the players being unable to join the server right now. His map is just spazzing out. Good news is no one else has crashed.
Ha!
That's good, I think.
What was this? Weren't you trying to like not jinx your streams?
No, I gave up on that because it happens regardless.
Roger that. Definitely understandable.
Just like how what happened last round? I forget what I said last round, and then it happened immediately.
The alarm car.
Oh yeah, they managed to
Cool.
avoid the alarm, and I lied.
Yep. Managed to avoid the alarm car. Wee, 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 wee. Almost instantly.
Dawkins is streaming as well, as you can see. He's cheating in a tournament game even. Well, this stream has a huge delay, so I'm not really too worried about him stream cheating. If he's stream cheating off of this stream, I'm sorry to tell him, but his information's pretty delayed.
Guys, they're coming in with this ice ball.
Guys,
That
they
was a
left the
minute
safe
ago,
room.
Dawkins.
They just answered one.
Oh my gosh.
No, it's not that bad, but yeah.
You know, they're probably just tuning in so they can be entertained by our downtime commentary while they wait for Bravo to come back in.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yeah. I'm glad you're secure in your...
Dawkins, do you want to stream my stream? If you have audio on right now, just put my stream on your stream during this downtime. He can like commentate side by side with us on his stream. What is going on right now?
Ooh.
Bravo profile says 0 days since last vac. What? I hope you're shitting me right now. I hope you're shitting me. Don't make me go to Bravo's profile. I'm going to Bravo's profile. Okay, he's clean. Fucking liars. I was about to flip shit. I was like, well, HCP just got thrown out of the tournament, guys.
Yeah, that would have been crazy. But he is in now. Bravo is back. Waiting for him to ready up, and here it goes. We are gonna go live. HCP once again heading out of the safe room at map 2 this time. This opening hit is a 2-2 setup in this kitchen. Nice pull actually going out for just a split second. I don't know how these other SI are going to do anything, but the spit does go in, separating the people in the kitchen a little bit. Nice skeet. And wow, Boomer getting popped by Dusty as well. Somehow that's 22 damage.
Yeah, that actually wasn't too bad for, once again, the real lack of SI landing at all. I'm assuming most of that came from the spit itself. But regardless, we will see HCP moving the way quickly outside of the gas station and moving the way across the gap in the fence here, up the hill, and Tank will be at 47% of the way through the map, so that should be, oh god, by the down tree up ahead. There's a big tree that's laying across the road. You guys will see it. Burgos attack coming in here, though. Hunter Smoker both goes to the target. That's nice double boom happening out onto Coach and Ellis. Smoker Ponder shot in the back will be a good spread of damage there out onto the survivors. But yeah, not too bad. Another around 20 damage coming out from that hit.
Yeah, not a bad hit, and particularly for that area. It's generally pretty open for survivors to push through. And they are going to be hitting this witch before the tank. The tank might actually be a little bit closer to the event start. There goes the draw crown attempt. Bravo taking it back over this log, but Witch gonna glitch out as he goes over that log. Disqualification, but single boom does go out. And Tank is gonna start rolling in here. We do have Tank in the hands of Presto. Spitter gonna be sacked right now, and it looks like HCP gonna be moving back to the safe room area. Pretty standard play for this map.
That is a huge car hit by the Tank. There's also a jockey latching out on the Coach there. Tank playing a little defensively here. Doesn't want the survivors pushing back on him with those SI down, obviously. But he will go ahead and make his way towards the survivors here, bringing in all the hittables that he can. He will have, I believe, that car is not hittable, this red one? I want to say it's, yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah,
but
it's
he's
just the white van, the little blue car, and the police car are hittable. And he's bringing all of them. Now, if they do manage to catch Bravo outside of the safe room here, that could be some hittable work, but I think survivors usually play this in the safe room, and that's not going to be a whole lot of hittable potential right here. Presto doing a nice job of avoiding Chip, though. Still at 59-59, just under 50 damage taken by him.
Indeed. So this Tank's going to start working in those hittables, as you mentioned, but with them being inside of that actual gas station can be a little bit hard to actually get the hittables inside there. I saw Tank one time, and only one time, get a hittable inside of there, and it amounted to a kill, but that was all. But regardless,
yeah,
Presto gonna go.
White van in. Nice one boom going out right there. Tank looking for punches, getting in the corner onto Bravo. He needs one more hit to get that end cap right there, and he's still at 3,000 HP. Gonna start looking for this multi-cap. He does get purple right now. This should be a corner, but that jockey, I believe, just got taken down. Purple gonna get end capped right there. He might have the next corner. Onto Dusty. This is a ton of damage going out right now. He might be able to get that end cap, and then it's just going to be super up versus the Tank and whatever SI can make their way up. There's a punch. Is this going to be?
He's got it. That's it. 200 HP left on the Tank, and that's a Charger pounding super away. One more punch will secure. There it is, and there's the wipe coming up by Presto and Euonym. That is going to be a massive turnaround here. If Euonym can beat this Tank, distance alone, 600 points. They will basically tie it up if they make no health bonus, but they get full distance. They'd be down by 10 points.
That was a beautiful Tank from Presto right there. The SI basically went in and sort of spread things out, kept the survivors' attention so that the Tank could keep taking the corners as he got them. But that was like the majority of the damage there was the Tank. And the Charger didn't even need to get that last charge, right? The Tank had that punch on Super. He had the corner. And wow, just absolutely huge from Presto right there for Team Euonym.
That was absolutely just massive. So Euonym taking their half here, and after that very impressive SI half, you can only expect that they're feeling pumped right now. Dog is probably screaming on his stream, you know, let's go. And this looks like it could be Euonym's round to actually make a bit of a comeback here on Team HCP. Boomer looking for a rocket, does actually miss the spawn though, so he will actually go have to reset for something less here. Spit goes down on top of that pound stove inside the doorway of this gas station. Try boom happening outside as well. And that will be, for what it was a good hit, but not really much damage coming out. The hunt was quickly cleared with the Spitter really not having the best of spread, unfortunately. So Euonym will be able to make their way out of that hit relatively unscathed, only around 21 damage going out, and looking to take one more hit here, plus that wish before Tank.
Yeah, so actually really similar damage to the last half, but Euonym getting to move a little bit faster afterwards. There goes a boom. Nice pop by Knock, getting that side pop onto the Boomer. And 3 SI is setting up right here. They did have a 2-2, so now they've got Spitter, Jockey, Hunter, and probably going to have that 4th spawn by the time the Witch gets up. I guess they want a Smoker here. They could probably make do with a charge. Maybe just go for damage with the Spit, if that's the case.
Yeah,
we'll see if Euonym goes for that same strat on the Witch with the draw crown from up there, after seeing Bravo do it and glitch out the Witch.
We shall see. Where is this Witch? Oh, she's right below me. I've zoomed right by her, but there she is. Coach going for that draw count. We'll go ahead and shoot her after jumping above the blue car, and now the Witch will start making her way in towards Coach. Gets a little stuck up on the truck trailer, though, and that will be a botched Witch crown. There's a triple charge up against the tree. Witch is dead, but that is still a beautiful man damage out onto Euonym. What a charge.
And Bravo has crashed once again as the Spitter right there. That could have actually been a lot more huge if he had managed to land the Spit right there. I was going to say, I mean, with that multi-charge going out, it was a good amount of damage. The Witch, being, of course, was like the most damage on there. She had a nice curve onto Dawkins, and he wasn't able to get the crown. But it looks like game is going live once again. Survivors shouldn't have any obstacles to getting this tank up, and it is up right now. Tank in the hands of Supra, and Euonym heading back towards that safe room.
And indeed, so they're going to play it safe here, not wanting to get caught up with these Hibbos. Supra whacking that car in. A lot rides on this tank here from Supra. If he does not wipe, he's opening the floodgates for Euonym to make a comeback here. Well, I should say comeback, but definitely a possibility of taking the lead here, in fact, if they make it with any health bonus whatsoever in full distance. So Supra going to keep the dream alive here. That car almost colliding onto Alice. What a hit on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, on the other side of the fence. But with this horde right here, with this boom, if the tank keeps hitting these cars, if he keeps whacking it at them, then he could manage to get someone caught out, but it looks like survivors are going to make it back in safely.
And indeed,
once again, like no chip on this tank, absolutely no chip.
Was that
so
like
it's
an
all going to
Australian
come
accent?
down. What? Me?
Yeah, what was that accent?
I don't know, did I say something Australian?
No, it just sounded Australian to me.
Could be. It's entirely possible. But same thing going on here. Gonna hit these cars up so the survivors don't feel safe to push outside. They have almost the same SI setup right now. Nice boom. One boom onto Dawkins. And look, what is this tank doing?
Not too sure. I think he was looking to try and get on the roof maybe, or just kind of work at the angles and not commit directly into the survivors and take all that pre-chip. But regardless, he will make his way right in through the windows here, looking for a quick corner here. Under Shell does find a nice jump right over, and there's a turnaround whack out onto Coach. There's another punch onto Coach. Gonna turn his attention over him, looking for that end cap first of all. Super down to 2,000 HP. Charger taking Presto up against the back counter there. A nice pounce out onto one survivor there. There's the double happening. There's a double wipe happening possibly. Rochelle getting cornered there. One more punch will secure it, and there we go. That will actually be a double wipe coming back to back here from both teams, as Sir will end up getting punched away there by Supra. And what a tank.
Wow, that honestly looked really good for Euonym there. They were getting so much damage as the tank was getting his first in cap onto Dawkins. But none of the survivors pilled up after they got punched. There were no pre-pills, even if they were like at half health. That free charge just landed and the survivors tunneled it so hard. They got caught up by the tank right there, and whew, what a turnaround. Nice job by Supra and Team HCP getting the counter wipe.
Indeed, incredible play by both teams. They are definitely showing why they are in the top 6 of the tournament right now. So let's see what these next couple of rounds hold in store for us. And actually, I said top 6. Isn't it top... Wait. What are we...
There are 8 teams left in the tournament.
8 teams, yeah. I'm standing there, I'm like, wait. There's 2 matches in lower, 2 in upper. What am I saying 6 for?
But theoretically, the ones in the upper bracket are top 6, right? Because 2 of the teams from lower bracket are going to get knocked out this round.
Yes.
And so they'll automatically... These guys are automatically top 6. Right, meow.
Pretty much. But yeah, so we are live here. Quick ready up, as both these teams are probably just sick of the crashes, so they're trying to move as quick as possible now. And we will have the first hit up here for Team Euonym, who are still on the SI, unfortunately. But the first hit will be that Charger, Smoker, Hunter, and a Boomer. So a nasty 3-1. Obviously, you would like some spit here to kind of push the survivors off of the fire escape. But regardless, they will make their way out of the safe room slowly but surely. That being ACP. Boomer whiffing on everybody. Smoker pull going out onto Coach. That does get cleared off Hunter missed the DP, but did still manage to land a pounce. And that will be a good amount of damage going out the Bravo and Supra. Not the biggest hit that we've seen in that area, though.
Yeah, like you said, without the spit, it's not as easy to make things happen. I mean, you have to get the boom, have to get the multi-caps, but the boomer whiffing so bad there just made it all about these sort of minor caps worth of damage. That being said, not a terrible amount of damage for, you know, just going in with 3 cappers and trying to make things happen, but the survivors moving very quickly off of that. They have the rooftop before SI really have any spawns to play there, and Hunter gonna pre-spawn. He's gonna run away though with less than half of his health. And it looks like, whoa, going for a hit right there. Charger looking for a death charge. Not gonna find it though, as that pull to the back gets cleared very easily.
I remember some wicked hits here in the previous tournament. I believe it was RBT3. Just insane hits on this specific area. And, oh god, the flashbacks are real. I remember a Charger hitting 2 survivors off on that rooftop, pretty much where that Charger just tried to hit it. And yeah, you can make some crazy plays happen there for certain. But we will see survivors kind of holding out this miniature horde that does spawn after dropping down here. And with another hit up here, they're, you know, in pretty good standing right now to actually just stay here and take this hit. It's going to be a Boomer, Hunter, Smoker, and a Charger here. Smoker coming in from the left side here, grabs a pull under a shell. That tongue does get cleared off. This is a single boom landing. Hunter lets down the coach off on the right side, and that Charger will grab a couple punches as the Smoker does a few 360s here before being killed off.
Yeah, not a bad amount of chip for what an open area hit that sort of was. I mean, SI were able to come from all sides of the survivors, but that Charger managed to get some punches, that Hunter, some good scratches, and survivors gonna keep making their way through. Now, this is a 52% tank, which is, I feel like, kind of at an awkward spot during the map. Survivors, ooh, trying to make it through this house. Nice pop on that Boomer. And they do have a charge spit right here. Gonna try to hit inside. Stumbles are going out. This could be a ton of spit damage. Wow, that just knocked Purple and Dusty's health down so far. All of these survivors are at 50% health already.
Dawkins literally just got 96 damage off of that alone. Not getting pushed up to 33. And they did a number out onto HCP's health right there. And as you mentioned, they're just so evenly spread out their health bonuses right now. And yeah, so Smoker spawn up by alarm card, misses that tongue, and they're going to look for that kill. They do get the kill without triggering that alarm card. Health bonus down to a 965. Obviously not that low yet. They haven't taken any end caps, and that temporary is still locked up behind around 50 HP on all the survivors. So they have to be feeling pretty good about that. And there's a tank spawning here. They might throw this hit in here on the way back, though. Boomer looking for it. Does find out on Nick here. Charger looks for the charge. Gets shut down, though, by Nick, who was the boom survivor. But that will be another double proxy happening out onto both Dusty and Bravo. So that will be the attack over done with the tank once again up in the hands of Knock, and we'll see the survivors start their retreat.
Yeah, I don't think you can take the tank up in this area. I don't know which cars are hittable, but I don't think the other team wants to find out either. So yeah, going back to the open area where they fought that mini event, it's probably one of the safest places in the map to take a tank. That one little hatchback up front, that car is hittable, but it's the only thing the tank really has. And survivors have a lot of room to move around in. A lot of distance between them and any potential boomers. The hit is being thrown in right here. Just a tri-cap. Gonna get shut down very easily though. That Smoker's still up, gonna get shut down as well. And Knock going for some rocks up in the front.
Indeed, I mean, once again, they're all pretty, oh my god, they're all sitting pretty low here on health. I expect a quad pre-pill, like the moment this tank looks to commit here, because if they don't, 2-3 punches and cap all these survivors, whereas you would like to have that 4-5 range. 5 is pretty rare though, because obviously you have to be above 98 HP, which it would just tick down by nature. But regardless, we'll see Knock start working into this hittable and looking to commit here.
Yeah, once again getting that early boom and going in about 5 seconds or so after that. Try to get some of the horde with him as he commits right here. Survivors sort of split 3-1 right now. Tank trying to find something with that hittable, but he hits it out of play. This tank is now just him and his SI. Gonna get that cap right there, but it's gonna be cleared so easily by the survivors. This tank is down to just him and Jockey Charger. Charger gonna get cleared off.
Oh,
he knocks Rochelle backwards in the map.
That might be a death if they can get SI up.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, he's got 10 seconds to make it closer to his teammate. They're trying to watch him through the wall. He takes the long route around. If Sir gets a capper right here, and it's a good one, this could be the end. And it's a spitter. Of course it's a spitter. Presto looking for
and a boomer.
The
Wait, they got a smoker. They go for the boom. Don't land it. And yeah, it's going to be Rochelle diving off of that rooftop. That was really close. That was unfortunate.
Indeed, and yeah, that tank fight. I mean, they forced some pill pops. They've got 3 of the players bleeding now, but it was basically just about 1 punch's worth onto purple, and that's all they got on that tank. So well played by HCP. That area proving to be pretty strong, and probably a little bit of a misplay with that hittable there. But next hit is coming in. Nice 2-cap going right now. Finally going to get clears on both of those, and Boomer going to turn that into a quad boom spit. Just going to be employed as a bit of a delay. Maybe some damage onto Supra, but yeah, just going to keep these survivors bleeding out. Going through this map super slow.
For certain. And yeah, we see Bravo already slow here, not popping his set of pills yet, electing to be knocked down a little bit more, or maybe even taking his first in cap before actually having to pop those sets, that set of pills, if I can actually find my words here. But regardless, we do have 3 yellow survivors and of course 1 red. Super just dropping down into the yellow now, but that charger will miss, gets shut down as well. Hunter looking for a scratcher, grabs a single scratch out onto Coach, 1 scratch from the smoker as well out on Ellis. They are just going for the scratch game right now, trying to work down the survivors towards that temporary bonus so they can actually start affecting that last little bit of health from that temporary.
Thank God mode. Apparently, maybe that spitter was impossible to kill or something. But I imagine Euonym gonna look for a hit as the survivors take one of these next choke points. There's a lot of drop downs, climb ups, climb downs that are all pretty good to hit on. Especially with the spitter they have right there. But they're opting to go pretty quick like here. Nice separation with that Hunter. Spit actually is gonna land on that despite spreading like really, really slowly. And Dusty managed to get out of it pretty quickly though.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job and good communication by him and his team to actually not shoot that boomer. If they did, it would definitely result in an end cap out onto Dusty as he was in that spit, obviously, and it would stumbled him into it even longer. But yeah, good communication on their part, keeping him up and moving. And they might be able to take this ladder. In fact, they will before the SI come up. Jockey looking for spawn back, not going to get it. They're going to elect to just wait for the rest of his team. And I still foresee a wipe here happening out on the HCP, though, because this is... They still have the ladder to go past, and that's a choke in of itself, even if you have like 4 100 HP survivors.
Oh wow, these hits seeming really under-effective to me though, and it looks like they're gonna get a free Witch Crown off of that. I don't know how they could possibly miss this. It is aggroing really early. Oh my gosh! Bravo! Gonna miss the Witch Crown right there in characteristic fashion.
Do you understand why now it's a caster curse? Literally no SI up. There's no way to botch that. And you say it and he botches it.
They like, I don't know, I guess they were worried about the spitter still having a spawn and hesitated, and that gave that witch that extra time. Nice pop shove shutdown on the boomer right there though, and yeah, actually, I mean, the big ladder is coming up. We're probably gonna see the SI save for that. And there it is. This should be reminiscent. This is like a more deadly No Mercy 3 ladder right here, because it's a lot easier to fall down and just die off of it, but they managed to get one up top. Charger's gonna land right there. Jockey's taken down though. Gonna get that end cap onto purple. Spitter looking for damage. Not able to get an end cap off of it though, and HCP actually making it across the ladder fairly easily.
That was definitely a lot better than I expected, unfortunately. You know, HGP making their way right up that ladder as quick as possible, and they didn't allow the SI really any time to actually get their spawns back up. But regardless, Dusty will be the lucky finder of some pills here, and it looks like he's gonna maybe save them for himself when he takes an end cap, because he hasn't taken. Oh, well, he has taken one end cap. I lied. So he's going to save him for his next end cap when he goes black and white to try and give him that maximum health that he can get back. And that's going to be an end cap going out to Dusty. The boom does come out now. It's 2 survivors in the back. That's going to draw the horde towards them, obviously. Hunter and Charter working away here, looking to make this wipe happen. Charter actually gets shut down before he can even land that punch out into Bravo, who had 1 HP. But that will be an end cap going out to Rochelle. They're played by purple. And that will send him black and white, and obviously Dusty will be black and white as well. Only 1 set of pills left on them as well, and Bravo at 1 HP, so they might elect to go for another end cap here.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, they may do so, otherwise they're going to be really staggered in their movement right now. You've got 1 person full fast, 2 regular slow, and 1 of them 1 HP. And oh, nice tongue cut in the back right there. Jockey bouncing around, manages to land the cap onto Dusty. Not going to be the 2 cap though, that's going to be an end cap onto Bravo. And they have a couple aside. These survivors are split like crazy. I don't know how this Charger can possibly land the cap, but they can delay that pickup for a heck of a long time.
Indeed.
Oh, here goes Charge. Looking for it onto Ellis, but no, just gonna get mowed down right there.
Indeed, very well played by Dusty there, backing his way up and even whipping out the axe at the very last second to just, show that Charger, I ain't afraid. But he didn't have to use that as his actual last buckshot, ended up being enough to kill off that Charger. So pretty much one hit here remaining for Team Euonym, and we might actually see HP make the safe room.
Yes, indeed. I think we shall. That last hit turned into a pretty good bait. That pounce in the front, actually going to have spit applied on top of it. Jockey going to land for a split second. Supra managing to find a corner with no spit in it, though. So actually managing to hold on to a little bit of health bonus, and HAP is going to walk in here with a 79 bonus as soon as Bravo gets done exploring.
Not too sure what Bravo was doing. Maybe he wanted to go explore that part of the map during the match, or maybe he was looking for some pills, or maybe he honestly just got lost. We could go with that too. But regardless, they will walk their way into that safe room with a 76 health bonus. A rarity to say the least, because you once again rarely see teams actually make the safe room, or at least from my previous experience with it.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a map that, in scrims at least, I see people make the safe room, but it's mostly just because you end up getting like one or more of those ladder chokes for free. But Euonym really had a setup for every ladder choke they wanted to hit, and HCP still made it through. That was a long sort of endurance map for them. They had to fight through that mini event, they had to go back and play this tank by running all the way back through the map, retaking choke point after choke point, but they still made it through and made it with health bonus, so I feel like Euonym could match that. It's not out of the realm of reason for them to make it through this whole map as well, but there's definitely going to be some pressure on them. This is a very long map to get through when you have to run back for that tank, so.
And indeed it is, and we will have a quick ready up here after Bravo rejoins after that brief crash, and we are live yet again. Now we see Euonym over on the survivors here, looking to kind of make a comeback here as they're down by not too much, it's 1,100 points. They have a lot of distance to make up here, but that will be a proxy out on Nick here. Else getting pulled outside the safe room though. Charger Hunter making the way in as well. Charger looks for a charge into the safe room, gets a chest bump though, so only 4 damage coming out from that chest bump. Then obviously the couple scratches he got as well, you have to tag on that. Nick getting popped up in there, almost taking some fall damage there. Holy crap. That would have been really bad if that comment wasn't there.
Yeah, definitely. That's why common hopping's a little sketchy on these higher tech servers. So HCP come out of that opening hit with a little bit more damage than Euonym did with their opening hit. But Euonym getting ready to take this next choke. I think they're just going to drop and start this event. Going right in right here. Boomer looking for it, managing to get 2. Charger's going to land right there with spit on top of it. That's a 2-cap landing for a ton of damage right there. Those boom survivors essentially becoming useless in those clears.
And indeed, so good damage coming out there from HCP as they managed to inflict well over 80 damage out on the SARS from that singular hit. So that's going to be a quite devastating hit there for Euonym. And they still have a long way to go until the tank. They have at least another 2 or 3 hits depending on how well they take them. And then obviously once they get to that tank, they're probably going to have to take one on the way back. Because I'm assuming they're going to want to run back here. Because you don't really want to fight tank down if you can in the sewers.
Oh, Boomer down though. There's a nice multi-charge in the back, cap to the front. Boomer's gonna start clearing SI though. There's lots of scratches going out everywhere, and wow, that actually puts Presto down into the slow range with that hit. No spitter for that tiny cramped area, but still good damage coming out from HCP.
That would have been just devastating if they actually did have a spitter though. The amount of spread in that tiny little room, that Charger would have been a happy boy along with that spitter.
Definitely would have been, but it looks like SI probably going to save for this tank spawn. It doesn't look like they're interested in going until right up next to that ladder in the corner. If they get a good hit right there, that could give the tank the opportunity to rush in, and if he gets to fight them in the street with some of these hitables, that would probably turn into a wipe a lot quicker than in any other area on this map.
Most certainly, and yeah, since they do have that jockey, they could even go for actually dragging one of the survivors. If the other SI can make a big enough distraction, they can actually drag one of the survivors down the hole inside the room ahead, which doesn't have a ladder to actually go back, but the survivors will be very quick about the decision making. As soon as that bell tolls, they actually start running the way right back through the map. Charger may go for a rocket charge here. Indeed, he does. Lands a charge as well, bringing Else back forward in the map. Boomer going for a rocket, lands a single boom, along with the Nick cap going out to Nick here. Was he at 1 HP, or did something just happen there, like the car moved? The car did move. The car literally bounced up and yeah, the boomer proxy actually. I've always dreamed of that happening, and it literally just happened.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. The car in cap off of the boomer right there.
He says boomers are not OP.
Tank trying to bring his car in. If he screws this up, he could actually like get himself stuck in AI himself, but he's not going to. Oh, he hits the ladder back up, question mark.
I didn't even know you could do that. He just taught me.
I don't know what we're learning in this game.
Freaking Presto. I swear, whenever like a boomer proxy next to a car, you see the car move a little. Pretty much that's what just happened to Presto. That little tiny movement actually end-cap Presto.
Oh my gosh.
That is just brilliant.
I've never heard of that.
That is, I've always dreamt of it because the car is, moving, so it's basically, an end-cap. Oh my god, that's just beautiful. But here goes a tank committing here in the hands of Dusty. Getting railed down though. Coach did get stuck on the wall there, but he is free now. That's gonna be a quick end cap out onto Coach here. Down to 1700 HP is Dusty. Hunter lands out onto Ellis though. He is looking for the total now, trying to make something else happen here. There's a charge getting a couple punches as well. Jockey latches on Ellis. He puts the car towards Coach out. It could end up being a kill if they don't kill Dusty quick enough. There's one hit. No, he actually missed the second hit, and that's gonna be a dead tank, and Sir will be able to get picked up.
We don't have time for all this laying around.
Yes, indeed. So Euonym making it through the tank, but that quick corner by the tank onto Sir, giving them the damage they need to really put this map into their favor for HCP right here. Presto's going to be slow for this foreseeable future. I don't know where there was even a pill spawn. Maybe some pill spawns down in the sewer, but it's going to be a long way until that point, and they can definitely try to get that end cap onto Presto and make some damage work for them right here. And here's a 2-2 coming in. Boomer managing to get one in the middle. Jockey going for the cap in the front. Not going to happen. Gets shut down, but Spitter managing to get some separation. Just a tiny bit of damage right there. So pretty well taken out by Euonym.
My mind is still just reeling from that boomer proxy on the car. It's literally like a 1 in a million. Like normally you just get popped up and it's like, oh, well, all right, whatever. And the car popped up. It didn't, it capped me though. That literally kept him.
I don't feel like I've seen that though. Like when does
I've never seen it.
Have you never been standing on a car and popped a boomer next to yourself?
What?
I feel like someone would have hit this before. This is like something for the custom app. I don't know.
I can guarantee. No. If you put a boomer at a specific angle, like around a car or even on top of it, it'll literally pop the car around. It's almost like a charger stumble when he charges it like a dumpster or a canister. Like you know how it moves a little. I'm pretty sure that could end-cap too to some extent.
That's like the prop real. I've only seen like SI causing hittables to hit people on like modded servers where it's like a feature that they built in. I don't know.
That was pretty nutty. I kind of want Presto's demo just so I can see that from his point of view.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see some of that. But the next hit going in, nice skeet on the Hunter. Charge is gonna land though. Spit barely landing onto Dawkins right there. Not gonna be the end cap. And Dr. Dusty holding onto this boom, gonna get popped. And Survivor is gonna be taking it through this next choke. They still do have some health bonus here, but with Dawkins at 1 HP, it's probably not gonna last incredibly long.
Yeah, this is probably going to result in end caps somewhere around this area, as Dawkins is once again down to that 1 HP. My dogs are going ham in the background for some reason, but regardless, we will stay here and continue with the cast. There's a smoke ball, very quickly killed though by Nick, being played by Presto, and that will be Ellis making his way down the ladder here. Hunter working his way in, looking for that cheeky little scratch out onto Dawkins. Does actually manage to find it down inside the sewer, and now this should trigger the rest of the attack actually coming in here though, as the Spitter and Smoker looking to make something happen here. Spit goes down, trying to delay that pickup, does just that. Smoker grabbing Coach in the front, gonna start choking him, and that will be the attack over and done with. Now, Yuna is pretty much in the same boat HTP was at this point in time, where I don't foresee them making it up the ladder, but maybe they can prove me wrong, as we saw HTP do.
This is an earlier ladder, actually managing to take out that charger pretty well. Now they do make it up this first ladder right here without taking too much damage. They do have a Hunter and Spitter up. I wonder if they'll send it in. They do send the Spit in prematurely. Gonna take Sir down right there. Dawkins may go down as well. He's barely alive in that corner, and Dawkins is actually black and white right now at 11 HP.
Indeed,
if HCP realizes that he's going to be their next target, without a doubt. They can get these kills here. That's 3 of them black and white. Everyone but Nock is black and white right now.
They're also coming up on this witch.
Ooh, indeed they are.
So if you are Euonym, do you send your permanent health bonus, or do you risk one of your black and white survivors?
I don't know. I think the SI are going to do more damage than the Witch in just about any situation. And there goes Sir off to the front. Sir's dead. Jockey's still alive. Witch coming in. I don't even know who she's going for. Oh, does actually get crowned by Presto, but in the meantime, yeah, like I said, the SI, the commons, everything killed off all of Nock's teammates, so...
The only survivor left out, so he went for that witch crown, but he's running away through the tunnels here right now, shoots that spitter, kills it off. Smoke comes away, makes the win. Will actually secure the wipe there as Nock ends up getting taken by the Hunter instead. And so that will be the round over and done with for Euonym, and they will be down around 667 points. No, that's way off. I just butchered that one. Forget what I said. That's not correct, I think. Actually, it could be 667.
That's exactly correct.
I thought it was way off. I thought I blew that one up. Never mind. We're good.
Your quick math skills were solid today. Kiss me. Well counted.
Every dog has its day.
Yes.
But yeah, we will be making our way into the 4th map of this campaign. Once again, guys, best of 1 format here for these 2 teams. And thank you very much for tuning in thus far. You are once again watching the Bleed Out Tournament upper bracket semifinals as we watch both HGP, aka Healthcare Professionals, taking on Team Euonym. Once again, 2 North American teams in the semifinal upper bracket of the Bleed Out Tournament. What is that? I don't know what that is, P-Sim.
That's HCP. That's what you said, right? That's the team we're seeing right here. Speaking of which, they move out of safe room. They've actually already taken kind of the important choke for this area, but here goes Jockey, gonna get M2'd, actually getting a 2-cap right now. Charger getting a single charge in the back, but that spit's gonna get blocked in that front doorway. Not a bad amount of damage coming out. About 40 damage on the board right now for Euonym.
Yeah, really, as you mentioned, not all that bad. Unfortunately, that spitter wasn't in the best place. Even Sir saying pub spitter wasn't in the exact correct position from where that charger was coming in from, and it kind of messed with the angle that the spit could really go down at, and spitter pretty much ended up actually not having an angle at all. But regardless, we will see HGP continue way through the map here. They're not too bothered about that spitter missing the spit. They're probably much more elated, if anything. Definitely.
So, and tank gonna be a bit later. Witch is coming up soon. There goes the pole getting taken down. Double boom. Charger gonna whiff that. Jockey getting melted as well. And a crash from Dawkins. As is tradition. Oh, it's only on the early maps.
Shut up.
Never.
I tried to be optimistic here. Kiss me, don't try and BS P-Sim in Left 4 Dead 2 physics.
Dude, yeah, I don't know what that was. Dawkins is messaging me asking what the heck happened with that in cap on Depresto.
I can tell you what it was. The boomer was standing on top of the car, and it popped the engine up. And it hit Presto in the ankles, and it capped him. I'm telling you.
The wipers turned on and scraped his toenails off, yeah. I've had that happen.
The sonic boom from the boomer pop just made the horn go off, and this sound just made Presto crap himself.
And Easy Witch with no SI up to contest it right there for Bravo, showing that he can actually get the free Witch crown after the fiasco last map. And that pole charge actually going into the front right there. The gets cleared so quickly, and charge misses the follow-up, but he does get a couple punches in there. And Spit, free Spit, I feel like almost being the MVP of this game, managed to get another like 16 to 20 damage off of that hit.
Indeed. So tank will be up at 55% of the way through the map. The survivors cannot actually push past this, but they will go ahead and take 2 people across the opening here to trigger the event. And I feel like the SI probably should have held that hit for that. I mean, even though there's a lot of death charge spots that are blocked, there's still a lot of separation, a lot of chances to make some good damage.
Oh, speaking of which, there's a nice pull separation to the front. Nobody else can find spawns on that, though. Everything's just getting blocked one at a time. Actually, Super doing a nice job of blocking spawns right there. There's a triple boom. Jockey gonna go in. Charger gonna go in. Charger actually finds it, getting the multi-charge right there. Gonna get a full slam as well before getting cleared off. by the survivors. So this is actually a great amount of damage, and with that boom, survivors are going to take a lot of time transitioning. Most survivor teams want to go back to like the end of this street to try to take out this horde, and the best places to hit them are in the transition while they're still trying to move towards that location. But it looks like they are going to make it there before the SI are really ready for this next hit. We do have a 3-1 once again. No boomer, no jockey for this one. So actually a pretty solid setup if they can land a cap to get this spit on, or maybe even just a pre-spit. Pole's going to get cleared off. Charger actually manages to land, but gets leveled as he does. And that spitter getting picked off so quickly right there. Meanwhile, Sir has found himself in a bit of a conundrum, I feel.
I wonder if he can actually get out of there. He has to.
Maybe.
I refuse to believe that he's actually stuck back there. I saw him stop pouncing. I was like, is he okay back there? And then you brought it up, and I was like, I hope he can get out.
Well, no, it does seem a little bit wanderlust, you know, at this point. Trying to just sort of moving around. Boomer gonna get popped right there, though. This 3-cap's gonna come in with no commons. It bounces in and out like mad. Charger's gonna get mowed down. Hunter gonna get skeeted right there, so wow. After that opening hit, getting that damage on Bravo, next to nothing managing to hit HCP on that event.
Yeah, so they're going to have much better hopes of actually getting damage here as this event. Well, the event's already gone through, I can't even say, as they cross the event, because it's not really any common to contest. But there are still obviously some death charge spots here on this bridge, though, so they cannot, exactly let their guard down, to say the least. And yeah, actually look at that. First hit is going to be a boomer, spitter, jockey, and a charger. A vote went out, a vote that did not pass at that. But regardless, as a boomer smart on top of the train will land a single boom out onto Coach here. Gonna draw in a little bit of horde. I know there is a little bit of a, I don't know, thing down below. But there's a charge landing, nothing happening though. But I was talking about the, I don't know what to call it, the walkway down below the bridge. But it's not actually solid for you guys watching. It's actually, like, if you fall on as a survivor, you fall right through. So
You will die, and it will be sad. But they do have little pipes along most of that bridge, so it's not very easy for SI to get people knocked down there. That being said, tank in the hand of Dawkins. The wonderful, probably wearing his shooting sleeve at the moment. He's ready to swing his arms at some people, and HCP ready to move backwards in the map, as is the Left 4 Dead tradition, particularly on this map, on this campaign. So many, like, backpedal for tank spots, where you have to go through, like, half the map. And I kind of wonder how far survivors are going to take this, because I really wouldn't want to fight him in this area.
I would go all the way back to the safe room. Oh yeah, they're gonna go back. I was gonna say, I'm like, that's not a good area in my opinion, but
Yeah, maybe they could stay right here. This looks pretty open. I kind of doubt there's too many easily hittable cars. Like that one with a broken bumper, I don't think that's hittable. But yeah, survivors, HCP moving it back, and Dawkins is on second pass right now. If Super doesn't give this tank sight, this is going to be AI. And I know Dawkins loves AI tanks. He gets them in matches plenty of times, so it obviously must be something he enjoys. 5% rage right now. He does kind of have sight on them. Oh my gosh, is he going to keep the tank or is he going to lose it? They're about to go around this building. They're about to go around this building.
he has
Dawkins.
it. He has it. He still has it. Oh my god.
God.
No, he has it.
Oh, and they decide to switch to go for Chip. He should turn around backwards to just seal the deal, show that he's AI, but it's not happening. Nice separation with that car. Will he be able to get the cap? Not going to happen. Nice jukes by Supra through the truck area. He's not going to get anything on his own. It's about time for SI to come in, looking for that charge onto Rochelle. Not going to land it at all with that high pink from Sir. It's going to get cleared.
AI?
Meanwhile, this tank not finding anything at all, and once again it's back to Dawkins plus car versus the rest of these survivors, and no Steam logon.
Indeed. Luckily, though, Presto did obviously already go in with his SI, so he's, I'm not going to say a null factor right now, but he's obviously not, active with his SI spawn, to say the least. But, yeah, regardless, so saying now you're going to be stuck. I hope Dawkins isn't stuck. I mean, it's a pretty dead tank, but regardless, he might still be able to make some sort of miracle car happen. You never know, so.
Yeah, I like the way it looks like is you're just looking at this not knowing too much about Left 4 Dead. Right now you see the tank, a car next to two people, and the tank like 10 feet away from that, and you think, oh man, these guys are gonna get wrecked. But probably not going to happen. Dusty juking right past that tank though, or Bravo that was, as coach right there, and tank gonna get melted right there.
That's some pretty BM by Bravo, right? Or not Bravo, but Dusty. Running right past the tank as he has a hittable and is about to hit it and just whacks him with a paddle bat. Or was that a bat? I think that was an actual bat, not a paddle bat. But regardless.
Yeah. Baseball bat. And yes, HCP moving through this map now. That was... I mean, they got some damage onto purple with that. Most of the SI were going after purple. They managed to get not the charge, but the pounce, some jockey damage as well. And Bravo eventually had to take his pills. But overall, they're sitting in about the same health position they were before that tank, which is not a huge amount of health, but they definitely played against that tank very well. Look at Dawkins getting seated all on his lonesome right there. Survivors have a lot of sort of open areas with no commons to push through for the next 30 seconds or so. And here comes the next hit. Charger gonna get mowed down right there. Jockey gonna get skipped as well, but Bravo gonna take some of the spit damage.
And indeed he will, so that will be the temporary starting to get work down here for Team HCP, down to 95%, whereas the health bonus is at 34%. Once again, the health bonus can only be affected if you actually hit that solid health of the survivors, and then obviously the damage bonus, DB, is that temporary bonus that really they don't have much of. They popped all the pills onto Bravo, I believe, and he kind of... I don't even know what happened. I think he just bled out a lot. So anyways, performance up above the survivors lands a single proxy out onto Nick, and now the rest of the hit looking to come in. Smoker, a Jockey, and a Hunter. So a try cap potential here. They do land a double cap, and the Smoker now going to look for a repull. Does land onto Rochelle, but quickly cleared off. No damage coming from it. And that will be the attack over, and yeah, done.
Yeah, still not a bad amount of damage for that area. Normally it's pretty easy to get some things skeeted off right there, since everything basically has to come from one side of the survivors. So not doing a terrible job. They are going to start moving into areas with some more commons available, and maybe these next few hits can do some damage. They are just over halfway through the map right now, so they'll have a Witch to worry. No, they already took out Witch too, so they really have not much to worry about except for just good SI attacks. And Jockey pre-spawning in the front, once again gonna get taken down, along with that smoker in the back, and wow, Euonym just really looks like they're having trouble getting it together for these hits.
Yeah, they're just not really having a good showing here on their SI, or at least this particular map at least. They did have a pretty good showing earlier on, though, when they got a very nice tank wipe on map 2, and then did a lot of damage as well with their second or first map tank. But there's a Charger taking once our way back up into the train. And yeah, that will be coaching a lot of damage, actually running back through the spit, it seems. He kind of took the long way out, I think. But regardless, Bravo taking a lot more damage to that temporary bonus, and Super did mention earlier that Bravo was throwing. So damage bonus down to 77% now. And yeah, Bravo yet again slow.
Indeed he is. They are going to have, with the Spitter dying light on that. Oh no, they do get a Spitter right here. They actually have a 3-1 with Spitter, which is kind of what you want for this next area. I'm thinking there'll maybe be one or two more hits indoors here, and then like one more hit before safe room. If they manage to make it through these without taking too much damage. Jockey's going to land. Nice 2-cap right there. Spit just going to end up separating these survivors, though. Bravo going to in-cap himself, jumping over that spit. And he's going to be first in-cap right there. 30 HP. 2 of these survivors are slow right now. But they do find 2 extra pills. Oh my gosh, the friendly fire going out.
Who was that? I think Dusty just ran by Super and freaking pelted him in the back. And now Super's trying to shoot Coach. Oh my god, the trolling. Bravo's throwing. Super having a hard time with that door. I didn't see any trolling. I just saw Super having a hard time with the door.
Oh, Bravo popping the boomer on his teammate. Purple right there. Charge gonna land onto Bravo once again. Looking for the 2-cap. Not gonna happen. Smoker gonna get shut down, but they do get that Jockey in the back. Getting the in-cap onto Supra.
Indeed, so it's going to be obviously an in-cap onto Supra, as PSIM just mentioned. 1 set of pills left on the survivors, and skidded. What?
Skidded. He got skidded on.
It's no longer skidded, it's skidded.
Maybe it was always skidded and just didn't know. That's an in-cap onto Dusty, though. I thought that charge was just going to get 1 pound. But, man, they're getting a lot of last second damage right here. There's still a lot of damage bonus for the healthcare professionals, but I mean, maybe they're taking this a little too lightly. It did sort of seem like Euonym's SI weren't doing a huge amount this map, but that's not exactly a hard tank to take out, as demonstrated by how HCP almost AI'd it. And if Euonym were paying attention, they can full AI it.
Super must be getting really mad at his team right now, because they're literally just throwing as hard as they can right now. And the thing is, there's not that much of a score difference right now. It's only 1,500 points. I mean, they haven't closed that safe room door yet, but it's going to be probably around like a 1,700 point difference or so when they actually do end up closing it. And yeah, around that actually. So we'll see around 1,700 points yet again being the differential here heading into the second half of this fourth map for Team Euonym. And if they make the safe room with like a like a 500 health bonus or so, it's not impossible.
I mean, 500 isn't even that much. This
big.
is an 800. This is an 800 distance point map, right? Like, teams can get. I mean, there's kind of an event you have to wait
max.
out, but it's so open. Yeah. This is 800 distance points, 1,600 bonus max. If you get half of that bonus, you have 800 points, and that's practically going to put these teams neck and neck. And frankly, like, let me see if I can go find some of these health bonuses before they started throwing. Like, they had HCP had like 500 bonus when they were, inside, when they were just going into the warehouse there, not quite sacking. They had over 800 after that tank, even though they took all that SI damage from the event and stuff like that. So, and looks like the ready up is broken? Question mark. Someone unready and re-ready. Oh no, we're waiting on Dusty. Dusty has quit the match.
Dusty GD'd out. He was tired of being shot in the back.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe that's
HCP.
a rage quit.
I never crash either. Oh my god.
That's
The memes.
that's some force meme right there.
But yeah, so we're going to wait here as the player does rejoin. So there's Sir. Now we wait on Dusty.
Yeah. Should take that forfeit win.
I mean, they only got like 3 minutes left, right?
Yeah.
They only have
Where's
like 3
the
minutes left to
stopwatch
wait
at?
time.
Is Hib in chat? Can we check the stopwatch?
Who was the fourth for Team Whatevers? Oh god.
Whatever's.
Yeah, someone's talking about a past team. Who was Whatevers? It was Bravo, Dusty, Purple, and Swib? No. Remix? I think it was. I feel like it was Remix or Lust. I can't
Remix
remember.
sounds right to me, but I kind of feel like you're describing like Team Pug or like.
The thing is,
What's
these
the
top
team?
teams have like been in so many different teams, but they always change their damn names. So there's like 5 different team names for like the same group of people, unfortunately.
Ooh.
GG, Dusty?
Ooh. No,
Oh,
he's
there's
back.
Dusty.
Get trolled.
Destroyed. Kids are raging and mumble. Oh god.
Yeah. AJP's kind of a team that I mean it's obviously like a team of like the top names in the US right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Super's team got first place in EQ Cup, right? They get second. Did Eclipse win that? No, Eclipse got second, right? So Super's team won it. And then you've got Purple, who's always on these teams. Dusty, who was like the top performer of Eclipse. Just absolutely insane SI and Survivor play the past few months. Then you've got Bravo, who, I don't know, somehow manages to get on these teams over and over again. But it looks like this round maybe will go live before too long.
Possibly. We could have a game in our hands right now. Then we see Dr. D disconnecting. Okay, it looks like we're good to go though regardless, so let's go ahead and get you guys situated here for the second half of the fourth map. Charger looking for a rocket spawn around the corner, not gonna find it though, but he does manage to get that charge off of the smoke, and that will be Rochelle taking a lot of damage at that spit. Sir dropping down to 19 HP, and he could say goodbye to his solid HP. He is in need of pills and then another one.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. That's about what that opening hit should look like there. It's a really good choke point. If any SI land, you should be able to get a spit on top of it for a ton of damage. And as we see here, Sir looking like Bravo was looking last map, but being slow a lot earlier. And look at this, Boomer going for this spawn inside the trailer. Charger not going to land in the back. Boomer going to get popped as well. And Jockey going to land for a little bit of damage on Knock, but overall, that's a pretty good choke point take by Euonym right there.
Indeed. So, very well done. Here they go up on the Witch Show. Dawkins quickly realizing he does not have a shotgun. Coach going to be the receiver of that Witch Crown, though. And the Witch won't even make it to him.
Well
the Witch
played,
actually,
Sir.
The Witch gets stuck up on Sir and actually bats him away.
I'm too young to feel
Well,
this
there goes,
Oh my gosh.
what was that, 22 damage bonus? 0 damage.
Reloading.
Oh, Sir.
Yeah, I don't know about that. There goes the charge in though. Gonna get cleared. I mean, the SI haven't been doing much since that opening hit at this point. Nice skeet right there. As soon as they clear this Smoker, Smoker's even gonna pull Knock out of the spit. Wow. So, I mean, as goofy as Sir is playing this round, Euonym's actually making good distance, not taking much damage, and they should have a pretty clean run back on this.
Well,
Just a jockey up right now.
I mean, not much damage onto everyone else but Sir. I mean,
Yeah.
health bonus is down to 63%. Damage bonus down to 76 already. Frickin' Sir throwing. But they still have a good health bonus. I mean, regardless of that, they still have an over 1,100 health bonus as it stands. So they are, once again, in a pretty good situation right now. And that tank, once again, not the hardest thing to beat. But regardless of attack coming in, though, Charger does manage to miss that charge. Hunter and Jockey both hit the same survivor, that being Coach, and that means that they will kind of cancel each other out there. So not much damage going out on the survivors. And yeah, so you see just really Sir sitting low with the health bonus.
Yeah, I have to say, it seems like everybody on Euonym, except for Sir, is sort of going ham this map. We've seen some great skeets, a lot of great SI clears. And here they are all situated to wait out this event. See the survivors trying to keep all these spawns blocked. You definitely don't want SI coming from any place behind you when you're waiting out in an area like this. SI should have to come from as far away as possible, and you should have as few comments on you as possible. And that being said, SI are finding some spawns kind of close. Looks like a couple of them going on the front of that truck. Here comes the Jockey. Gonna whiff right there. Gonna get a scratch though. 100 pounds gonna land, and survivors dumping in a little bit of spit there trying to get that Smoker done clear, but again, pretty good takes by Euonym.
Indeed, and yeah, just going along with Twitch chat, I would personally love to see another LAN happen with actually like a tournament final happening there, but it's kind of like, you know, that costs money. Teams have to fly out there, they have to use their own personal money unless they have a sponsorship, and then it's like, you know, does the tournament, you know, would even like cover their cost of flying out there to actually play the game, whatnot. So it would have to be a pretty big tournament with a big prize pool, to say the least, to actually warrant that. But yeah, it would be nice to see some actual big LAN games happening between these top teams. I mean, we have had, you know, fairly high-skilled teams playing in LANs before. Vector, big name that came to mind, obviously, with the GXL 2012 LAN, I think that was.
2011, I think, but yeah. Oh, nice boom in the front. Jockey gonna land as well. Charger gonna get mowed down. And Hunter gonna get cleared pretty quickly.
Did you play for Vector in that tournament, or were you on another
No,
one?
I was on BONER.
Oh, boner.
The what? Wow. Is that what you think it was?
I mean,
We're the
how do you spell it
bureaucratic
again?
order of nerds, engineers, and researchers.
Oh, yeah?
It's an acronym. It's BONER.
Could you
Come on.
say your acronym for me?
Yeah, that's
Bonner?
what I did.
No, actually say it, like try to pronounce it.
That's how I say it every time I say the name of it. Just I spell
Bonner?
it out.
Like Stephen Bonner from the UFC?
Exactly, like the
Stephen Bonner.
Republican seat of the House or whatever, John Boehner.
But that's not... Boehner is like B-A-Y-N-E-R, I think.
Well, no, his name is spelled like Boehner or something. It's
That's
totally
some weird
Boner.
pronunciation.
Yeah, I swear they changed the pronunciation so that he wouldn't have to say Boner on TV. But that's what his name is.
I'll never see his name the same.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to check that out. But I swear that's what's going on. Charger gonna get shut
I
down.
gotta check out Bona.
Anyway, enough talk about politics. Getting back to this game, Purple actually keeping 60% at this point. I don't know if this is going to be AI. He's getting pretty good sight range right now. Might actually start losing this rage right here. Can the survivors make the AI happen? It's getting awful close, 30%. If they actually LOS right here, this is an AI tank from Purple.
They got it.
Come on, don't jump out, 50%, 10%, 5%.
No! You're doing it again!
5%! It's alright though, they're in pretty good position. That's going to be a punch onto Sir. Once again, Pull's going to land. That's a 2-cap right there. Going to get cleared. Knock actually going to get jockeyed though. Getting some good damage right now. Purple at 2,500 HP. Going to get an in-cap onto Dawkins. Knock taking a bunch of damage. He's going to move towards that car, I think. 1,000 HP. He's got like one more shot to hit this car, and he's going to barely miss Knock, curving around him.
I'm actually really upset that he missed that. But that's a beautiful rock on the coach over the hedge. Purple giving it all he's got through and through, and Euonym will be left shattered. Basically no HP left on them. They just passed last set pills over to Sir, and it looks like he is not going to elect to pop them right now. So three slow survivors here.
Wow. Yeah, definitely a ton of damage coming out from that tank. I can't believe they didn't get the AI, that 5%.
Double back-to-back 5% AIs.
Yeah,
Well, not
definitely
AIs.
Euonym tried a lot harder to get the AI though. And as a result, had less chip on the tank by the time he got to that point, but they will still keep moving through the map. They do have higher health bonus than HCP made it to safe room with. And there's going to be not a lot of commons for the next minute or so. Next set is coming in though. Smoker going to get cleared out. That jockey's going to be taken down, and now just a pound, which actually lands onto Knock. That should be an in-cap.
Indeed, it will be just that, as once again Alice gets in-capped here, being played by Knock, obviously. And yeah, they will continue their way through the map here, slowly but surely, and I put emphasis on the slowly because obviously with 2 slow survivors, their progression will be quite hindered here.
Yeah, definitely so. I don't know. This does look really bad for them. I mean, the HCP had 1 player slow at this point, but when you've got 2 slow, that's 2 people who are just like 2 punches away from getting in-capped on any hit. There goes a Boomer trying to rocket in, gonna get shut down. Stumbles the Charger. Jockey gonna get mowed down. There's just 2 SI left. Are they looking for a death charge? Question mark. Not gonna happen. They do just get a pull charge though. It's gonna turn Dawkins slow there at 31 HP.
Indeed, it will let Smoker going to duck his head and save himself for the next hit here. They are trying to slam him down. They do finally find him with that deagle. And that will be, obviously, the Smoker killed off. Sir going to drop down to that 1 HP range, though, here in a couple seconds, as he's at 2 HP right now. And, yeah. So now we have 3 slow survivors. Hunter running from behind, grabs the scratch on Sir, going to put him down to his first in-cap. And now the rest of the attack looking to possibly come in here. Don't know if they're going to be able to actually get anything, though.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, this is no black and white. Quick chip going in from that jockey, trying to get the in-cap onto Knock, who is now at 1 HP. And holding on to Spitter. Spitter actually looking for quick damage. Once again, not going to find any. But I suppose it's a sack of a non-capper if he doesn't find anything. So not too bad. Survivors, I don't know, they're going to have trouble making safe room. Like, Presto's two ticks of damage away from going slow. Knox 1 tick of damage away from being black and white. Does not bode well for our friends here. But, you know, I mean, it's an endurance map. As a good friend of mine said, you just gotta endure. There goes a Chart trying to land some help on that Smoker in front, but Presto gonna be taken down slow. Knock did get in-capped by the solo spit in the back. And Hunter gonna look for scratches. Just getting 1 tick of damage, I believe, onto Presto there.
Indeed. So, not really much else to say here. Euonym just slowly but surely being chipped away here by HCP. And yeah, they're, just clawing their way closer and closer to make it to the semifinals. Or, I shouldn't say the semifinals. It would be the finals of the upper brackets. And yeah, they would play the winner of EOS versus Serenity. That game is actually due to take place tomorrow at 10 a.m. PDT, which is like 1 EDT. Yeah, and then like something like 7 CST for these over in Europe. But there's a quad boom going on the Survivors, 2 wing caps as well. Presto hanging low there on the HP, down to 6 HP. Knock having a set pills, but not electing to actually pop him just yet. He's going to,
no, he did pop them pretty quick after you mentioned it, but wow, yeah, actually with the pills, they might be able to make a little bit more distance on this map. Dawkins is black and white as well at 27 HP, so they're still going to have 3 slow. But yeah, before finding those pills, I was going to say it's just a question of like, is this going to be a wipe in 1 hit or 2 hits? And now, you know, they could actually limp through quite a few choke points with this amount of health.
Yeah, I mean, they do obviously have those 3 black and whites yet again, being Dawkins, Presto, and Sir. And they have quite a ways to go here. There's a smoke pull over into the side garage. Going to get quickly cleared off, though, by Coach and Rochelle as they put that teamwork to work itself. But yeah, they're going to keep making the way up here. Presto trying to hang strong here with his low HP, but he can't really be the complaining type because obviously we have 3 survivors that are black and white. There's a charge out of 2 survivors. Does miss both. Hunter does land out onto Rochelle. Wow. Not going to get that kill, though. Very quickly cleared off by Euonym.
That spit just completely missed at the same time, though. She's just spat. I've had that happen. You try to spit out right there, and you end up hitting one of those little poles. And so that spit, which could have gotten an end cap on any of these survivors, ended up getting nothing. So by the grace of that spit, Euonym moves on to the next set. They actually find pills. Dawkins going to take some. Sir's at 8 HP black and white. But they're actually surprisingly close to making safe from right here. Here comes the SI. There's the kill. On to Sir right there. Knock getting hit by these commons, taking some scratches. But looks like they're going to make it through this hit, question mark. Wow, that Supra's Hunter just coming in and MVPing that hit. Getting the kill onto Knock, taking the end cap onto Presto, and now these last 2 slow survivors going to try to make safe room.
I mean, they can do it. They just have to really shut down 2 SI as they make their way. And Smoker now has a spawn along with a Spitter and a Charger. That Charger is going to be the big issue here. And then also a Jockey. Smoker coming to the back. Charger from the side. Looking for that Charger whisk. Smoker does land. And that's going to be the double cap as the Jockey latches on to Nick. And that will be the round there. So Euonym end up getting wiped. And it's going to be around a 898 score differential here heading into the finale.
When did you get so good at math, Kesley? That was beautiful.
In all honesty, I've been somewhat good at math in a lot of these casts. Rose is the one who messes it up.
Oh, really? That's pretty slick. Yeah, 898 points.
Wait,
and,
did you sit there and just math check me?
Oh, yeah, I did it as you were doing it. I wasn't too far behind you, but you definitely got to it pretty quick. Pretty darn quick. Yeah, so this comes down to the finale. I mean, 800 points is this actually the distance score? Yeah, that's actually the distance score of this map. So as much as it seems like this score should be like, oh, it's over for one of these teams. I mean, if it was Hard Rain, if this was the Hard Rain finale, it would be over. We wouldn't be saying, oh yeah, the team could make the 800 points and get the wipe. No, because one team's always going to make it to tank and stuff like that. But here, the tank's going to spawn at maybe like 250 points into the map. And getting a 250 point health bonus on this map is entirely possible. What's going to make this difficult is actually finding the wipe. This is like a notoriously hard tank to find a wipe on. You may be thinking, oh, there's cars all over this finale. There's cars everywhere. Aren't the survivors going to get wrecked by these cars? Well, the cars do like 1 tank's punch of damage. So it's kind of like Parish Finale in that sense. And the survivors also, you know, it's not like they're going to be hoarded during it. They're going to go all the way back to the safe room in like 9 out of 10 cases. So they have a lot of room to work with. And I will say it is still possible to get a wipe with that tank, but you need like really good spacing with your hittables. You need really good coordination of SI. I'd say it's within the realm of possibility, but stars have to align, and HCP has to, you know, not come out with some crazy anti-wipe strat.
What did Sir just say?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going live here with the round. Smoker grab pull onto Coach, and Charger whipping himself back inside the safe room. Single boom going on to Coach here. So not bad damage at all. They didn't get the real amount of separation that they would have liked, obviously. But still some good damage going out there. And Smoker will be hunted down here by Ellis as he wakes his way around that tent. And yeah, so massive air flash, or air crane. Air crane, yes.
Airplane
crash.
Absolutely.
I can't say that or else everyone will call me racist.
No.
You can say it, everyone loves you.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but like I'm not any particular race, and I still make that mistake sometimes, so I don't know. Then again, I have studied an Asian language for a long time, so that could be it. I will definitely trip up. Tongues are hard to use sometimes, as Kiss Me's mother will attest to.
What?
Sorry. That wasn't neither here nor there. Next hit coming in. Nice 2-cap happening in the back right now. Actually rolling 2-cap there. Managed to get the charge as well. Not a terrible amount of damage for that sort of open area. I don't know. Did you feel that was inappropriate?
No, that just came out of nowhere. What?
Well, I'm glad you're okay, friend. Tank now up, though, into the hands of Nock. And the Horde does sort of follow these survivors for a while as they move back. We do have a 2, and then we actually have a 3-cap setup right here. Just trying to get whatever delays they can. Not going to hit these cars around like crazy. Actually, survivors not making great time going back. Bravo actually getting caught up a little bit. Ooh, that car! So close to Bravo. Let's see what Nock can do with these cars. I'd say if there's one person on Euonym, I'd expect to have a plan for this tank and be able to execute on it in the match. It's
oh my god, he hit it!
Hit the car, hit to Bravo with the car. He took a fair amount of damage right there. He's down to, I don't know, just under half health. Opening up my spec HUD, he's at 44 right now, and Nock still on first pass right now. He's got 3 cars. He might be able to bring in 4 cars, actually. Ooh. You have to be careful here because you can lose sight very quickly, but he's bringing in a lot of these cars with very high success. I imagine he'll bring in like 3 of these before he decides, no, I gotta move in. This is looking pretty good. What's the rest of their SI? We've got a 3-cap. We've got Smoker, Jockey, Hunter. I've never seen so many cars in play on this finale, and he's going to leave that car there. He's not ready to take the risk of that, the rest of his rage going away. Moving in right now, survivors finally getting the chip on him. Look at this separation. They need to get this separation capitalized on as quickly as possible. Pounce is going to land. That is going to get cleared by an Uzi from far away, but this should be a corner. Car actually going to whiff once again. Nock's tank with a whole lot of nothing, getting surrounded by Uzis, and wow. HCP managing to get out of that with not more than maybe 3 or 4 punches worth from that tank. Absolutely perfect play, just how you want to play that. Get away from those cars, clear the separation with your Uzis, and kill the SI, and the tank had nothing.
Yeah, he really had nothing going for him, as you mentioned. And this is going to be a single boom going out onto one survivor there, that being Ellis. And yeah, the health bonus for HCP is looking just really insurmountable at this point in time. Charger whiffs onto Kocho with that charge. He does end up getting 2 punches, though, add on to him for his troubles. And Bravo will quickly be right there to pop a set of pills, seeking another set from his team, which they're not going to give him because they haven't given him one single set this entire match, pretty much. They literally haven't passed Bravo any pills. But regardless, I can see that Twitch chat has finally caught up to that sick burn from Beeson.
Of course they have.
Someone said call the burn unit. We got another one.
There we
That's
go.
horrible.
Oh man. Speaking of like burn though, I'm feeling so sad after that. I was so hyped for that tank with the like 4 cars going in, but they do have a pull to the back. Gonna get some separation onto Bravo. Maybe they'll just give up and decide not to clear him. Nope, not quite going to happen. They do go for the clear, but Bravo is down to 17 HP. Just kidding, taking pills.
And indeed, so they actually do throw him a bone here, let him pop one of those set of pills that they had left on them. And actually, Purple probably only did that because there was another set of pills on the ground. So we'll go ahead and pick that up. Dusty finding another set inside one of the vans there over on the left side of the street. passing it around. And, yeah, so they have some good sets of pills on them. Now they find another one. 4 sets of pills left on them. Charger goes for a charge. Gets immediately shut down, though, upon even rounding the corner of that semi. And, yeah, that looks like we're nearing the end of the map here for HGP. Very commanding lead as it stands right now, with only really one more attack separating them from the helicopter.
Yeah, definitely so. They are all moving fast. Bravo, the lowest, is at 52 HP still. There's, yeah, like the survivors going up onto these bushes, blocks a lot of spawns, keeps them very safe from common. Purple's gonna take the low ground for him, try to block some other spawns. There's a charger, actually gonna get some punches onto Purple right there for some last second damage. But that jockey gonna get taken out. Smoker Tongue getting cleared pretty quickly, and that's pretty much gonna be the escape for these survivors. Sitting at a very high health bonus, even for this map, of 857.
That is absolutely astronomical. That is that's a massive health bonus, and I believe that is going to pretty much make it insurmountable for Euonym. Mathematically, they might still be able to. Was it 1600 max plus 800?
Weren't they down by like 700 or something? How much were they down by?
They're down by
dollar
around 800.
sign.
I mean, you have to go off of what they were down by, though. Just look at the scores as it stands. Was it 2600?
But then I have to use more math.
No, it's not. 2600. So you got 800 distance plus 1600. That's 2400 possible. You had 2400 to 1748, and they can win by a grand total of what? 24?
Can they?
No, they can't win. I lied.
Yeah.
So HGP are winners.
But they can win by grand total of negative 200 points. Absolutely.
If HGP just GG out, they win.
Find some gas, guys.
If they disqualify themselves from this map, and yeah.
Where's back when you need it?
Yeah, definitely. I heard Bravo had a vac ban 0 days ago or something.
Me too.
I think that was a troll though.
It was from a legitimate source. I was here.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, Sir's legit.
I have a vac ban.
Oh yeah? Wait, did it hit 10 years old yet?
Oh yeah, it did. I celebrated.
You celebrated?
I celebrated my 10-year vac anniversary.
Been clean for 10 years.
I tried to play a game online and got upset and left, which was pretty much about how my vac ban has worked for its entire lifetime. But hit coming in right now onto Euonym here. Second hit of the map. Gonna get some charger punches right there, as well as a quad boom at the end of it.
I thought you were like gonna do something special for your 10-year, like actually cheat and get another vac ban.
No, I wouldn't do that. I would never cheat.
What were you gonna say? You would never
I barely
cheat?
even cheated when I got my vac ban.
Uh-huh.
I swear.
You're probably like one of those guys in the freaking CS:GO that was like just spinning around in circles as you like walked around the map.
I mean, that's true, but I joined. I literally was like, I was interested in. I thought I saw my friend use some of them, and I thought it looked kind of cool. And like, as a aspiring young programmer, I was interested in what you could make this game do, learn how it's made or something, and tried to find a server to try these things out on. There's a server titled Test Your Hacks here. It was full of bots, so I thought, oh, this is perfect. There's no real people here, and it was still like vac secured, and I got banned.
Was that before they gave like the shield on the server listings? That's let you know.
I think it still had the shield, but I just didn't know about that at that point. It was quite a long time ago. I was very young. I don't know. For some reason, it didn't occur to me that I should be distrusting of a server named Test Your Hacks here. That seemed perfectly legitimate. That was exactly what I was looking for.
I'm trying not to laugh.
Anyway.
I can't believe you found that. I mean,
yeah.
Obviously you're young.
It's pretty dumb. I don't think anyone believes me when I tell that story either, but it's 100% true. I swear by it.
I never knew the server name. That's pretty funny. Oh my god.
Anyway. Purple's tank is moving in with not a lot of hitables. It looks like he's just going to bring... Oh, he has 2. But he is on second pass. I don't think he can realistically bring both of these in. He has to hit them both like perfectly in this next hit.
He might go AI if they LOS him. I mean, once again, that's kind of been the thing. If these
they are
teams...
LOSing right now.
Oh, that's true. He has to remember the invisible wall. It's a right above that.
And once again, Presto going to step out. 5%. 3-inch tank for purple. Once again, there goes the pull. That's going to be the corner for the tank. Going to get Dawkins over there. That should be a full end cap. SI still moving in. Actually going to get a cap in the corner. Getting that multi-punch for the end cap right there. Jockey still getting smacked around, but the tank is dead.
Indeed it is. So Euonym making mincemeat out of that tank. They will be able to make it past it with an 843 health bonus. So they did a pretty damn good job taking down that tank, in fact. Only really, once again, that one cap going out to Dawkins. That was only because he got pulled by that smoker. But regardless, they should be able to make their way to the helicopter here. We'll have to see what these next hits hold in store for us. But with that, I do believe we can crown HCP the champions of this match.
Yes, indeed they are. Going to be moving on to the upper bracket finals against yet to be determined team. You can go back in and edit it to whoever is actually the winner later. Oh, never mind. Probably not, but what is the map next week actually?
It's not Hard Rain, is it? I forget what it was.
Is it Downpour? No, it's Arena of the Dead.
Yes.
At least in the lower brackets it is.
Yeah, only lower bracket praise. Oh god. The R's, they're coming back. Only the lower bracket plays next week. Upper
Do I have
bracket
to
has
call
to
your
look off.
mother?
Oh my god.
Guitar here.
Oh, kiss me.
Piece of. But here comes another attack. Smoker getting shut down in the back, though, not having any fun, is purple. And, yeah, so it looks like Euonym is actually going to elect to hold out the Horde here a little bit. I'm not too sure about this. But Jockey latches on to Pressure, tries to drag him off of the truck trailer down off the bridge, which would have resulted in some pretty nice actual fall damage. But can't actually make it happen, and that'll be the attack over and done with.
Indeed it shall. So I'm gonna take a look at the brackets real quick. Just try to figure out what's going on with these teams next week. So
Challenge.
Euonym drops down, and they're gonna play the winner of Pubstar versus Millennium, which is happening right now. Is that the case?
Yes, I believe that would be true.
All right, so we'll probably find out how that goes. And yeah, then HCP is gonna play the winner of Serenity versus Element of Surprise. And then I guess we have 2 games tomorrow. We've got Serenity versus Element of Surprise and Silencio Jockeys versus Kazoo Kids. Will be going on?
Yes, I believe that to be true as well.
Indeed. Are you going to cast both of those?
I'm going to try and cast every game that I can, because once again, we don't have that many games left in the tournament and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
Once again, we have 4 weeks left, but in those 4 weeks, we only have like another less than 10 games. So it's coming to a head, or a close, I should say, I guess. Pretty much, it's like when you get a pimple and it starts to hurt around the skin. That was the beginning of the tournament. But then obviously it came to a head, and then we kind of popped the pimple when we get into the playoffs, and now we're just kind of like draining it, I guess. Does that work?
I'm honestly like trying to consider whether I should ever agree to cast with you again at this point. that's pretty disgusting, and I hope nobody's watching.
It's not bad.
Okay. Well, Euonym actually about to make it in with a higher health bonus than HCP made on this
Overtime.
map. Calling overtime. GG's going out. 2 hours, of course. I feel like they could have used a few more crashes to really sell the whole thing, but final score 4,302 to 3,440 in favor of the healthcare professionals.
Indeed. So they do end up winning by around a score differential of, oh god, what was that?
Nope.
868?
I don't know.
I don't even remember
Yes.
what scores were at this point. But anyway, so yeah, well played to both teams. Obviously, HCP will be moving on to the winter finals, which will be obviously in a couple of weeks. They don't play next week. They do play the week after, though, and I believe it will be on Hard Rain, as this coming week is once again, oh god, Arena of the Dead. So we do have some pretty good matchups coming up for you guys in the following weeks. So I hope you guys are excited for it as much as I am. And yeah, I'm sure PSIM will also be along for the ride. Your team is, in fact, still in the tournament, actually.
Woohoo! Haven't been knocked out completely yet, even though we lost to Euonym before. But yeah, definitely looking forward to the rest of this tournament. Looking forward to getting some casts in. Again, as well, had a lot of fun casting today. Now I have to go practice.